Hi, I am Shauna Cousins, presenting the article titled Increasing the Independence of Students with Disabilities in the Classroom Through Indirect Paraprofessional Support, published in the November-December 2023 issue of the Teaching Exceptional Children Journal. The authors state that paraeducators are the backbone of the special education system. Paraeducators do many things. This article focuses on educational support and direct services they provide. Some of these tasks are in this table right here. One prominent practice is one-on-one paraeducator support with a student with disabilities. This can have unintended negative consequences and impacts, including limited personal autonomy, physical isolation, and unnecessary student requests for assistance. It is imperative to train paraeducators to teach students independence. We want paraeducator assistance to be empowering, not restrictive or stigmatizing. The goal is student independence and supporting that with high leverage, evidence-based practices. This encourages active engagement and independent responses. The authors have outlined 7 strategies to increase student independence. The article presents them sequentially, but you can complete them in any order. The recommendation focuses on success, not reaction. So step 1 sets the scene for the rest of the strategies. Clear and candid conversations are necessary and must include our intent to prioritize independence. Paraeducators need to be ready to provide indirect, independence-focused support. Paraeducators also need buy-in. Professional development is paramount. They need specific training in facilitating peer interactions, knowledge in prompt hierarchy and fading procedures, and professional development on high leverage and evidence-based practices used to promote engagement and independence. Step 2, ecological assessments are key as they are comprehensive and identify barriers to inclusions and independence. Figure 1 shows the components of an ecological assessment. They involve observing the general education classroom to compare strengths and needs, conducting interviews to establish routines and behaviors, and identifying any concerns with classroom transitions, physical space, or student independence levels. In step 3, we seek to understand student preference. Including the student is essential. It increases self-determination, self-regulation, self-advocacy, and self-awareness. Using an assessment like the ARC's self-determination scale gives insight into whether the student is ready and interested in more independence. The classroom preference assessment, shown here, is also a tool that can determine student readiness. Step 4, visual supports are important to promote student independence and reduce reliance on verbal prompts. Visual supports are evidence-based and paraeducators use them for task engagement, teaching new skills, and reminders. The goal of visual supports is for students to use and process them with minimal to no prompting by paraeducators. Some examples include schedules, graphic organizers, video models, and color coding. Step 5 attempts to further include the student with written support, such as an analysis of steps needed to complete a task. Students can participate by writing the steps and prioritizing tasks that need completion. Effectively following directions enhances memory scaffolding, supports executive function, and gives the student usable written instructions. If these directions result in the student receiving a preferred item, it provides immediate external reinforcement. Step 6, promoting peer support, is intensive. Peer support arrangements, a form of peer-mediated instruction, train students without disabilities to deliver instruction to students with disabilities, reducing reliance on paraeducators. Social support is inherent, enhancing the least restrictive environment. Benefits include more high quality interactions, more quality time in the general classroom, improved communication skills, and an expanded social network. Paraeducator roles may shift from direct to indirect support. They will train students without disabilities, and afterward, their role will change and can encompass other tasks, including other roles in the classroom, modeling language to support engagement, and redirecting students. Step 7, fading paraeducator support, involves systematically reducing prompts to decrease student independence. This essential strategy prevents and can phase out interventions. Collecting baseline data during this process helps gauge the level of paraeducator support and plan an effective fading process for each student. 3 last thoughts for you. Increasing student independence is essential for learning. Visual, written, and peer support can foster this independence, starting with a collaborative team approach. I highly recommend reading this full article. We can all apply these strategies as we continue our training to become teachers. Thank you so much for exploring these topics with me. I enjoyed sharing this article with you. Here is my citation.